VCISO.au Cyberwatch, August 8, 2025. Strategic Cybersecurity Intelligence Brief. Powered by VCISO.au. Stay informed, stay prepared, stay secure. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Anil Yellamati, ANZ Ransomware Victims. According to Ransomware Live, Magellan Group is in the ransomware victim list. New Active Directory, lateral movement techniques that bypass authentication and exfiltrate data. Researchers have revealed sophisticated attack vectors targeting hybrid Active Directory and Microsoft Entra ID environments, enabling adversaries to achieve full tenant compromise through previously unknown lateral movement methods. Presented at Black Hat USA 2025, the techniques expose severe weaknesses in Microsoft's authentication infrastructure. One method involves injecting keys into the on-prem authentication flow policy to forge Kerberos tickets, which can bypass multi-factor authentication without detection. Another allows attackers to abuse hybrid certificates to generate service-to-service tokens granting global admin access, all without leaving audit trails. Although Microsoft implemented some mitigations in August 2025, Exchange Online and SharePoint remain susceptible. By manipulating seamless single sign-on configurations, attackers can impersonate any domain user and maintain persistent access using custom symmetric keys with unique identifiers. These methods rely on RC4 encrypted Kerberos tickets that circumvent standard controls and highlight a critical gap in enterprise identity security. VCISO.au recommendation. Organizations should urgently audit hybrid authentication settings, rotate all Kerberos keys, and disable seamless SSO unless absolutely required. Security teams must deploy robust monitoring for suspicious ticket activity, implement conditional access policies, and conduct a complete review of privileged authentication flows. Air France and KLM disclose data breaches impacting customers. Air France and KLM have announced that attackers compromised a customer service platform, leading to unauthorized access to customer data. Despite the breach, the airlines emphasized that their internal networks were unaffected and that no financial or highly sensitive personal information was stolen. Once the unusual activity was detected, access to the affected systems was promptly terminated, and additional safeguards were deployed to prevent further intrusion. The incident has been reported to data protection authorities in France and the Netherlands, with impacted customers being notified and advised to stay alert for potential phishing scams. Air France KLM, which transports nearly 100 million passengers annually, stressed that the breach stemmed solely from the external platform and that they are cooperating with investigators to understand the full scope of the compromise. VCISO.au recommendation. It is critical to conduct a comprehensive third-party risk assessment and implement enhanced contractual security obligations for all service providers. Organizations should establish continuous monitoring of vendor-integrated platforms and adopt a proactive customer communication strategy to reduce harm in the event of future breaches. Malicious Go. NPM packages deliver cross-platform malware. Cybersecurity researchers have identified 11 malicious Go packages that target both Linux and Windows systems. These packages contain concealed loaders that, when executed, silently open a shell and download second-stage payloads from decentralized command and control infrastructure. The malware retrieves Linux LF binaries and Windows executables, enabling data collection, credential theft, and remote access. The threat actors use obfuscation techniques to evade detection, and the decentralized nature of the Go module ecosystem allows them to exploit naming confusion, making it difficult for developers to distinguish between legitimate and malicious packages. The attackers leverage tools like Securitybite on Windows to deliver additional executables, putting Linux build servers and Windows workstations at equal risk of compromise. VCISO.au recommendation. Organizations should implement strict allow lists for software dependencies, enforce reproducible builds, and deploy robust software composition analysis to detect unauthorized or suspicious packages. Developer training is essential to ensure teams verify package authenticity before importing code into production environments. Trend Micro confirms active exploitation of critical Apex. 1 Flaws. Trend Micro has confirmed that critical vulnerabilities in on-premise versions of the Apex One management console are being actively exploited. The flaws, tracked as CVE 2025-54948 and CVE 2025-54987, each carry a CVSS severity score of 9.4 and allow attackers to upload malicious code and execute arbitrary commands without authentication. One vulnerability stems from insufficient input validation in the management console backend, enabling attackers to craft payloads that inject operating system commands remotely. Different CPU architectures are affected by the two CVEs, broadening the scope of exposure. Trend Micro has released patches and mitigation guidance, urging all customers to update their systems immediately to prevent full compromise of affected installations. VCISO.au. Recommendation: all organizations running Apex One on-premise should prioritize patching these vulnerabilities without delay. It is recommended to restrict console network access, enforce multi-factor authentication for administrative interfaces, and perform retrospective log reviews to detect any signs of unauthorized exploitation. Ransomware exposure list, last 24 hours. United States. Bridgewater Associates, Financial Services. Psy Capital, Financial Services. Jamco Aerospace, Manufacturing. Brad's Bedding Plants, Agriculture and Food. The Magni Group, Manufacturing. Buddinger and Associates, Engineering Consulting. Micheli Weighing and Measurement, Consumer Services. Diversified Project Services, International, DPSI, Engineering to Construction. MGM Transformer, Manufacturing. Metro Heating, HVAC Services. Australia. Magellan Financial Group, Financial Services. Canada. Onyx Canada Asset Management Inc., Financial Services. Japan. Mizuho Financial Group, Financial Services. Jamco Aerospace, Manufacturing. Headquartered in JP, United Kingdom. Brunton Shaw, Manufacturing. Emprise, not found. Likely Manufacturing or Tech. France. Pansard and Associates, Accounting Consulting. AFPA, Education. Colombia. Harinera del Valle, Food Production. Ferrocortes SAS, Steel Manufacturing. Kenya. Kengen Energy. Final note from VCISO.au. Australia and New Zealand remain relatively untouched this week, but the global threat landscape continues to shift. Critical infrastructure, software supply chains, and endpoint security are under siege. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Anil Yellamati.